Well, the centre's decision to carve out Telangana seems to be backfiring. Congress MP from Guntur, Sambasiva Rao, has decided to quit the party. He is currently in the United States and is expected to fax his resignation letter from the party as an MP. T.S. Sudhir, editor South, is now joining us with more details. Sudhir, the first casualty, really, so to speak, after carving out of Telangana.
Well, yes, Rayapati Sambasiva Rao has been a Congress MP for many terms and obviously a very senior leader of the Congress party, telling the headlines today that he has decided to resign. He said he will most likely fax it from the US where he is or send it after he returns to India on the 5th of August. But he said very categorically that he has decided to quit both as MP as well as from the Congress party. Essentially, this reveals the dilemma within among the Congress MPs as to what their political prospects would be, because they do realize that there is simmering anger in the coastal Andhra and Rayalaseema regions over the manner in which what people say the Congress has betrayed the people of these two regions, that the Congress leaders, especially the MPs and the central ministers, did not really stand up to the Congress leadership's decision to bifurcate the state. So in that sense, they would find it extremely difficult to win the elections in 2014 Lok Sabha polls due next year. So in that sense, Rayapati Sambasiva Rao, and what will be more worrying for the Congress is that this could be followed by some of MLAs in the Andhra Pradesh Assembly who could also put in their papers.
So they do stay on with us because we are still with the stories regarding Telangana. In fact, the promise of a separate state fulfilled after nearly 57 years. And while the champions of the cause celebrate, the politicians have begun a fresh battle. That's a battle for credit. With their eyes clearly set on 2014 Lok Sabha polls, a slugfest has started between the TRS, the Congress and the BJP, all parties attempting to take credit for the creation of the state. The central leadership's calculation is that it wants to take the whole credit of creating Telangana, denying the glory to TRS and isolating YSRC as well as TDP on this count. Therefore, it came as no surprise when it took Digvijay Singh just hours to remind the TRS boss of his promise of a merger with Congress in the state. However, the BJP and the TRS have made it amply clear that they are not going to make it so easy for the Congress to march away with the credit.
For the witness to the whole movement when it incepted and when it grown and ultimately when it achieved its goal. I am very happy. We welcome the decision of the Congress Working Committee.
तेलंगाना के लोगों की जो भावनाएं थी, जो उनकी दिक्कतें थी, जेंटलमैन्स एग्रीमेंट हुआ, 6 पॉइंट फॉर्मूला लाया गया, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में अमेंडमेंट हुआ, लेकिन उसके बावजूद भी जो डिमांड उनकी थी, उनकी शिकायतें आती रही, एजिटेशन चलता रहा, युद्धों में लगभग 1000 लोगों की आत्महत्याएं भी हुई। इन सारी बातों को देखकर ये ऐतिहासिक और सारी बातों को देखकर ही निर्णय लिया गया है।
Telangana is a logical state. It's a feasible state and must be made forthwith. Congress confusion is because there is no ideological commitment. When you don't have any ideological position and you only look through the prism of elections, then you end up with such a mess.
T.S. Sudhir is still with us. Also joining us now is Shrisha Reddy from Tirupati. Let me go across to Sudhir first. Sudhir, the merger of the party with the Congress party, in fact the TRS, when is it likely to happen? Did the party leadership give any clues as to whether they would want to merge actually with the Congress and not really deny them the credit for what they've done?
Well, K. Chandrasekhar Rao has always maintained that the day Congress decides to give Telangana, he would not hesitate to merge his Telangana Rashtra Samiti with the Congress party, because his logic was that the party was founded for the with a single point agenda of formation of Telangana, and once that's done, there is really no reason to continue with the party. But now Obviously, the TRS realizes that the Congress should not be allowed to walk away with all the credit, which is why you see the TRS also coming out and saying that we are the people who actually started the movement, and probably fair enough as far as K. Chandrasekhar Rao saying that as well. But now the decision will be taken by the party Politburo. We are told by senior leaders of the TRS that they will be driving a hard bargain. They wouldn't want to end up as just other leaders in the Congress party. They would want positions of power within the Congress structure in the Telangana region, or rather the Telangana state, which will be formed. So in that sense, KCR likely to drive a hard bargain before actually agreeing to a merger with the Congress party in Telangana.
All right, Rohini Swami is also joining us from Hyderabad. Srisha Reddy, of course, from Tirupati. Let me go across to Rohini. Rohini, KCR has said that he himself will ensure that every non-Telangite in Hyderabad is safe. But what's the general sentiment at this point?
Well, at this point of time, we have seen that while there has been elation among the people in Telangana region, but especially in coastal Andhra and Simandhra, we have seen how there has been a ban that has been called, schools have been closed, colleges have been shut down. In terms of the emotions, pretty charged yesterday in Telangana about when the whole decision came. But we've also known that how we are seeing now that resignations are coming thick and fast. We have had the resignation of one MP already who has been confirmed, who has come in along with we're expecting some more resignations to come in as well. And
all right, let me go across to Srisha now, who's joining us from Tirupati. Srisha, you were telling us earlier on how the situation actually gets tense in the temple town as well whenever there is anything related to Telangana that really takes place. Now, a big decision has happened. What has been the situation all night and this morning?
Maha, people feel it's very extremely unfortunate at this point in time after the decision has come out, and we have been seeing a series of protests in the past as well, and yesterday after the announcement as well, and they were protests as well, and people of course think that they will face a lot of problems if the state is divided, talking from the water problems to the educational institutions. And I also have a professor with me who have been telling us a lot of things about the educational institutions, like how the center accredited institutions are in the state of Hyderabad, and how the state and after it's divided, it will face a lot of problems. So what do you have to say about how does this decision make you feel?
First thing is this decision is legally and ethically wrong, because all these 9 years the Telangana separatists, they have built their movement on false allegations and half-truths and lies that similar people have looted their resources, water, jobs or finance, and we have proved clearly that no, it's not so. So for resolving this issue, this problem, central government has appointed a committee, Sri Krishna Committee, which was supposed to study scientifically and come out with the truth. Sri Krishna Committee said the same, that there was no looting of resources, finance, water, jobs or whatever. But we don't see any legal or ethical basis to divide the state at all.
All right.
Second thing, if at all movements can divide or unite states, every state will start a movement to unite or divide the state. There is no scientific or legal or ethical basis. We feel so sorry.
Right. Though you feel that the Chief Minister of the state has done his bit and also pushed the maximum, and do you also think that the other ministers should also come down and say their resignations?
Of course, it is their duty, to come out and submit their resignations just as they did in 2009. Right. But when the Congress party has taken such a strong view, I don't think it is possible for them to come out and then the consideration is already announced. I don't think it's...
So there you have it from people. The sentiment is that all the ministers from the Simandhra region should resign, and also they have been planning and chalked out series of agitations that are going to take place today and for tomorrow as well.
Well, clearly, Srisha and Rohini, it's there for us to see that the sentiments are still running high in Andhra Pradesh after that very crucial decision of dividing the state into two. Srisha Reddy and Rohini Swami, both of you, thanks for getting us those details. Let's move on now. In headlines today's T.S. Sudhir spoke to K. Chandrasekhar Rao after the historic decision to grant Telangana statehood was announced. Rao has asked Congress to first clarify on several ambiguous areas linked to bifurcation nitty-gritties before his party takes a view on the issue of merger with the Congress.
How do you describe your mood now?
Sudhir, I also congratulate you first, because all the 13 years all along you were with me, because you are the witness to the whole movement when it incepted and when it grown and to ultimately when it achieved its goal. I am very happy. We welcome the decision of the Congress Working Committee, and we hope that bill will be passed in the coming session, which is going to start from August 5th in the monsoon session. So there are two things for clarification. They have made it very clear that we are forming Telangana state with 10 districts. 10 districts means Hyderabad is a district and 9 other districts are there. So things are abundantly clear. Now the demerger, which the people of Telangana were asking, demanding, it is being done now. So there is a small hitch on Hyderabad, that is they said common capital. So the Congress party and the UPA government needs to clarify what is common capital, what it is like. So we have to facilitate our Andhra brothers because they have to settle down, isn't it? Right. We have no grouse, no animosity, nothing. So I have been telling consistently that come on, let us part away with pyar as brothers and live with self-respect. So they have to get their infrastructure ready.
Alright, now after the creation of Telangana, Gorkha Janmukti Morcha has once again revived its long-standing struggle for a separate state of Gorkhaland in the hilly area of Darjeeling. They've set a firm deadline of 72 hours for the central government. Protagonists of Gorkhaland have threatened to intensify their agitation for a statehood, saying with the creation of Telangana, the centre cannot deny them their own and justified demand. The GJM has threatened that the ongoing 3-day strike, which enters the third day today, would be converted into an indefinite one to press for their demand. GJM sources have told Headlines today that it plans to step up agitation as well and have asked students of boarding schools and tourists in the Darjeeling Hills to evacuate in the next 3 days. The GJM leaders criticized Congress for the alleged double standards and hit out against Mamata Banerjee for opposing the creation of a separate state of Gorkhaland.
Now, Gorkhaland is one of the oldest demand of the country. The central government is contemplating on the creation of Telangana, and for that all the homeworks are through, and now it is just the declaration. We hope that Telangana will be declared in a day or two, but Gorkhaland is being sidelined. So we want that the central government should create Gorkhaland in the best national interest, because Gorkhaland Territorial Administration (GTA), which was formed by a tripartite agreement between the Government of India, Government of West Bengal and Gorkha Janmukti Morcha, has totally failed. And now Gorkhaland is only the option left.
Well, Gorkhaland Janmukti Morcha's renewed aggression and demand for separation has drawn flack from the TMC, Congress and left.
We are opposed to Gorkhaland totally.